All right, guys, we are gonna be reacting to this lady right here. She's supposedly she's feeling vulnerable. I think she's about to leave her husband, man. And he happens to be her husband was a good guy. Let's jump in, guys.
I'm gonna actually post this because this is
My bad.
super vulnerable for me, and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce, and this would
Fucking
probably
A.
shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody. Okay, I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things. Okay, had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years.
Translation: I've been seeking for something. I already have somebody lined up. I already have somebody lined up, and I found it. I'm feeling this butterflies. I'm feeling a little bit of those butterflies, and now that I found it, I'm gonna destroy my family.
There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that.
There you go with the bullshit.
He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay?
Oh.
Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3, and I still don't know who I am.
Oh, so, man, there we go.
For me to be like...
There we go, guys. There you go. I don't know who I am. I need to find myself, meaning I need to be a 3 or 4. I need to be a 3 or 4. I like what I'm watching in TikTok. I like what a lot of girls are doing, and I want to do the same thing because probably she was a 3 or 4 before, and this is why a lot of guys have to be careful. Guys, men have to be careful about this, guys. You guys have to be careful. You guys over here just trying to just wife females that don't have the character to be wife. She has a good marriage, good guy with 3 kids, and she's thinking about divorcing her husband. Golly, man.
Oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair because I don't know who I am. I'm figuring that out every day. But the reason why I wanted to share this on here in the first place,
we're gonna read the comments after this.
We are coming up on our 10-year anniversary. We're going to Mexico, to Cabo, for our 10-year anniversary trip. And we're rewriting our vows. We never wrote vows in the first place. We didn't have vows when we got married. And
there's a reason why.
I'm struggling.
And that's the reason why. Because she already had that expectation. The reason they didn't have vows is because probably she decided to do so. Even if she comes out, even if she come out and say, no, it was his decision. She already had this in her mind. This was her plan B. By her, that's why she mentioned it. We didn't have any vows. Because she already had this planned out. That's crazy, man.
To write my vows. Like, to write a vow. And I think that's because I still feel very unsure in our relationship.
That's what I told you.
The one thing that we finally talked about this past week together, because it's just been something that since we kind of talked about it and I brought it up and we committed to change and we committed to working on our relationship. I started my own business. He quit his job. Roles have changed. Life has been crazy. And we just haven't come back to talking about this subject. And I brought it up again because I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, writing these vows is hard. I don't feel like we're any closer. Wow. I don't feel like anything has really changed since I brought this up 6 months ago, 9 months ago, whatever. And I want to work on our relationship. Like, at the end of the day, of course, I could get a divorce and try to go find the love that I'm craving with somebody else.
Oh,
but that's gonna come
man.
with its own.
This is man. At this point, just get a divorce, bro. Yeah, it's a wrap. At this point, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. She already divorced you. Oh, I'll say she already divorced him mentally. It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap. At this point, Ryan, you have to leave, man. Now you have to be the one to leave and use this as evidence. She already gave up.
Hardships, its own complications, and ones that I'm not willing to take on, right? I love Ryan. He is the best father, okay? I just need to learn how to explain what I need from him in our relationship, and he needs to be able to give that, and I need to be doing the same for him, so that we can both, like, in 10 years from now, in the next 10 years, look back and say, like, we put in the work,
this is a wrap.
We finally have the marriage and the relationship that we have always wanted, and that is what I want. I guess the reason why I'm coming on here, and if you've made it this long, that's really nice. What have you done in your relationship to get to that point? If you have been in a place where we are and have worked through it and have found things that have brought you closer or that have given you that relationship, like, I'm just, I guess, asking for advice. Like, what have you done in order to get there, and what has worked for you? We're honestly willing to try anything. We have done therapy and counseling before.
There you go. And that that shit doesn't help. Canceling therapy, that when it's come down to marriage, it doesn't help, because in order for you to really fix a marriage, you have to fix the individual. Marriage counsel sounds like a way of just blaming the man. Like, their success rate is so low. I think it's low. It's low. I think it's lower than 5%. I think success. I'm lower than that. And I think I'm being conservative right now. Marriage counsel does not work unless you deal with the problem individually. And the reason they don't do it like that is because that means that the female's gonna have a lot of problems, and she had to blame herself, which a lot of guys are not. A lot of psychologists are not willing to even endure.
It was fine, honestly. It wasn't like my favorite thing, but I'm willing to try that again. And
it doesn't work. I'm telling you.
I don't know. Books, podcasts, like what have you guys done that has worked for you to get your marriage to where you want it to be? I just don't like thinking, okay, we've been married for 10 years and we've kind of like been at this same point the whole time. I just don't want to look back 10 years from now and not have tried my best to
be at 3 or 4,
have this like relationship that we both want and that we deserve and that our kids deserve to see in us. So
Stan, you just...
I'm kind of being vulnerable and posting
this. You're a loser, bro. You just destroy your family. Let's check the comment section here. Ryan. He should definitely find someone better for him. Yes, he needs to save himself from these ladies. Yep. Do you always have trouble with the English language? Whatever. It's because nothing will make you happy. You're incredibly selfish. That you will sacrifice your family or adopt and fix. The problem is not your husband. The problem is you. So why don't you fix yourself instead of carrying your problem to a new relationship? There you go. Because she already disconnected. She's already disconnected, guys. Being Perez. She will never admit it, but she already cheated. There you go. What did I tell you guys? She already found somebody else. Probably to work. Right? And she already met somebody else. And she already, she already is in the dark side. That's what it is. She's already on the dark side. The internet has given so many people fairy tales expectation. Yep. God, please don't ever put me in a position where my wife is asking TikToker to save our marriage. That is crazy. You're so look at the females, guys. Look. Your story is my story. Then 20 years later, it turned out I was just born and immature. Worst mistake of my life, divorcing a good man. Huh? What about saying, do not make the same mistake I made? Dummy. Same, I should have stayed and now I'm miserable. Good. I love happy ending. Yo, that conversation is crazy. To be honest, it sounds like you're struggling with yourself, not your husband. I feel like it happens a lot of women that get married and have children young. Actually, that's not the case, guys. It's not the case. The quality of women that you marry, guys. You have to be married. You can tell that she is not for her family, guys. You can tell she's not for her family. Text a tea party how he finds someone he deserves. You're confusing on the one thing you don't have instead of the thousand amazing things you do have. Take divorce off the table, make it work. 5 years, you'll be happy. You did. Yep. Happily ever after is a distant life. Marriage is respect and commitment and work. A good marriage is boring. One. Peace is the goal. Yeah, guys, listen. Marriage is just boring as hell. But you should keep it like that, man. Let me explain why. The reason you want to do that because you want to create too much conflict. The conflict creates a lot of bad environment to your kids. Right? It's a bad environment for your kids. Your kids should be raised in a very, very boring, temple, well-mannered family. And if you're thinking about the long run, you have to take this baby step. You cannot keep having high spike up and down. The job of the female is the job of the female keeping this thing spicy. Why? She's the one that just should be planning the Halloween party, Disneyland. Let's go here, let's go there. She's the one that should need to keep the thing moving around. They want the man to just do this kind of job as well. It's crazy. 10 years of marriage is diabolical to destroy for selfish reasons. Yeah, just let her do it. Poor dude, you are going to give your good man away to another deserving woman. Yep. So he's perfect, but not good enough that make complete logical sense. Yeah, they want to be with God and the devil. They always do this. The comments here are so mean and are off topic and judgmental. But this is Vinny. My advice is to find an excellent therapist. Esther Perel is a TheRoommates podcast and writer. Good luck. Bro, she instead of telling her, you're making a bad mistake. This is not the way to do it. Hi, I'm not gonna judge you. You should look for help. Nah, you have to tell him the truth. You have to tell the truth. Communication, read dates, each other, maybe therapist. Grass isn't always greener. Don't go looking for 20 when you have 80% at home. Definitely love what you said about don't go for the 20% when you have 80%. Yep. She's already has someone in mind to replace her husband. I told you guys, this is the plan. Guys, this is the plan right here. Right there. She probably is going through an adventure and she wanted to just keep indulging in that adventure. That's what it is, guys. Remember, females only destroy their marriages when they already have emotional detachment. How do they have enough emotional detachment? Guys, how do they have emotional detachment when they're finding another man? Because they're emotional creatures. Highly emotional. Lord, track me down if I run through my divorce plans on TikTok. Do you listen to Coldplay? Please log into Esther Perez's body of power. What the hell? Your husband should cut this loose now and file. Yep. And she just messed up. She messed up big time, guys. This is a huge mistake she made. The husband, he knows how to do this correctly. Find a lawyer, a modern lawyer that know how to crack through to a lot of these laws, and just at this point it's done because she already emasculate and destroy her husband's reputation. It's done. Your husband should cut his losses now and file. It will make sense when she said, I started a business and he quit his job. There we go. So what happened here is hypergamy kicked in. She started working and meeting with guys that probably in the high caliber of the economical scale. She's now not attracted at all of her husband. She's not attracted at all. She just explained how crazy life has been because of all the changes, and then proceed to say it's been over 6 months and she's still unsure of the relationship because nothing has changed. What in the hell? The business is TikTok, by the way. Crazy. Oh my God. This is me. Happiness is something that you choose, not something that you find. So it's true. A man will sacrifice this happiness for his family, but a woman will sacrifice her family, her happiness. Selfish, man. I need you to understand it's not greener on the other side. You just have to water your grass. Your boyfriend happy with this decision? Husband, dummy. Oh, okay. If it's your husband, is your boyfriend happy with this decision? Yeah, they got. Hey, she knows. Jenna knows. She knows. She knows what's going on. She probably knows that she has a boyfriend. Yeah. Look at that. For real. Exactly. Hit the nail square on the head. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Started 100%. She will be begging to come home in 6 months. And it's criminal that he will probably take her back because he's a good man. Sad. Oh, man. Yeah. Or maybe for one, he'll open his eye and tell her to pound sand. Yeah. That's probably what's going to happen. Always help it. And most of the times it happens like that. Not a lot of female. I have fallen in and out of love with my husband multiple times in over 30 years. The kids grow up and you become a couple again. I'm glad I still marry. We're closer than ever. My parents went through something like that. Men will sacrifice their happiness for their family, and women will sacrifice their family for their happiness. Mother Teresa. Here comes Tyrone in chat. Tattoos, healing journey, manifestation. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I should be a director of this movie. There you have it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.